Hey there, and welcome to part 4 of the Human Fire Elementalist. We're gonna go for some real amusement tonight. We're finishing up the dungeon, and then we're gonna see what'll happen. So first things first, I want to have a look at my training here. So Conjurations is at a nice spot right now. And I feel like I want to start leveling up summonings as well, because this Spellforged Servitor will do so much work for me eventually. And yeah, gotta have a look here. My resists are really poor. Protection from magic is pretty good though. Okay, so we're gonna proceed here. Okay, there's the Yak. Yak are very prone to get hit by bolt spells. Just like that. Can I chop it down by now? Wow, okay. Without any fighting or long blade skills, I was able to finish up a single Yak. Only with melee. It's actually really good. This red ugly thing is sadly resistant to fire. It's not immune to fire. Interesting. I thought it was immune. My bad here. Okay. I found a new ring. Let's try it out, I'd say. A ring of stealth. That's absolutely not useful for me here. Let's keep this magic resistance up. I feel like that's a good thing to have because it provides a lot of safety from stuff like this. But overall I feel a bit endangered here. Let's drop a little conjure flame here on the floor because this will fry down the ugly thing pretty well. Okay, so the basilisk was a fake basilisk. It was a shapeshifter, but Conjure Flame did the job here. I want to head upstairs. I really don't have enough mana to finish off this guy. So let's Sticky Flame him and give him some Throw Flame in the face. Should work out. Okay. Gotta be careful at this point. This is one of my favorite spots in the game to lose my spellcasters out of silly decisions. Beowulf's Ghost. A Troc Berserker. Alright. I have the strong feeling that I stumbled into some kind of vault here. And we're gonna switch over to another staircase, because this staircase is very dangerous for me. The player ghost can't be sticky flamed, which is really obnoxious at this point. And with the Centaur Warrior right behind him, I don't have a good feeling about this situation overall. Let's try different stairs. Always recommendable if you run into situations like these. Try a different staircase. Something hits me. Let's put up the See Invisible. I bet this is a Unseen Horror, yeah. Unseen Horrors can be pretty easily killed by Sticky Flame, and if they are standing right next to you, you can actually uncover them with the Sticky Flame. It's pretty nice to know that you can kill these guys, make them visible. That's what I wanted to say, with just a single Sticky Flame. Although it's pretty hard to tell because of their erratic movement, if they're really standing next to you or not. So, another Bolt of Magma situation here, I'd say. Bolt spells. I feel like every spell blaster caster should have at least one bolt spell, because these the ability to deal damage in a straight line to everything is very valuable. Try shock, for example, the level 1 spell of an air elementalist. Ooh, an Ifrit. This guy is immune to fire, isn't he? Yeah. Alright, that's why I was pretty happy about finding Iron Shot, because it's one of the major weaknesses as a fire elementalist. If you ever run into fire immune enemies, you have a hard time killing them off, and this is one of the most important things to do as a straight up elemental background. You have to pick up some source of different elemental damage at some point of the game, or you will be in a lot of trouble sooner or later. So this centerpiece here seems to be a vault, a massive one too. So I'm gonna evade this for a moment, because I don't feel too safe around that situation there. Oh, there's the player ghost from just a moment ago. I don't like the fact that I'm standing right in front of him. So my options here are either hasting to pick up some distance, or I can just walk around this pillar until he will eventually break a tile from me. Sometimes this works. In this situation I can explain random energy pretty well to you. This guy is exactly as fast as I am, but to prevent endless kiting situations, the game sometimes gives the enemy moves where they can attack you. This is random energy. This means they can cheat for one turn. Basically, it's cheating. And the good thing about that is sometimes when they get this free attack on you, they also break up a tile, and then you can use the Conjure Flame. Against player ghosts, Conjure Flame is very good if you're able to withstand the damage they can do up front in your face, because they're undead, they're mindless, they will walk into the flames just like that. Oh, some artifact axe. Oh, let's give it a try. Protect, are cold, +9. Yeah, this one's a keeper. Overall, as a spellcaster, you are more interested in the resistances a melee weapon can offer you, much more than in the actual offensive values of an item. That's quite a bunch of centaurs here. Let's hammer in some fireball. Don't like that I can only hit it a few of those. Ah well, let's do some bolts here. Yeah, and this is good. This is exactly the positioning I wanted for the fireball. Okay, so let's try out this axe. Yeah, can melee them down. +9 leads to so good hit values that you don't need any skill in the particular weapon to finish off easier enemies. Okay, so this hornet, I let it come too close for my taste. It was a major mistake from my side. The problem with hornets is they can paralyze you. That's why I was taking so much damage. There's another unseen horror here. Let's sticky flame him. Get rid of it. Alright. And swap over to the protection from magic here. Okay. This is not looking too bad anymore. Oh, hello, Hydra. Let's sticky flame it. Wow. That's a nice dragon. Yeah. Okay. I want to try if the Fierce Scroll will work out. It does. Perfect. I could have teleported in this situation, but oh well. Luckily, it scared the dragon away. ice dragons are pretty spooky down at D11. I mean, it's totally doable, especially since I have 1 pip of cold resistance, but it is something I have to take very seriously. That's for sure. Okay. Another Hydra. Hydras on their own are not too dangerous anymore. Oh, I got a gift. And level 15. Awesome. So what do we have here? Battle Sphere. Battle Sphere is really awesome. That's pretty much everything I needed. Cool. The only bad side here is I have not enough spell ranks left. So I want to have a look if there's anything worth putting an Amnesia Scroll onto, but no. I want to keep all of those spells here. None of those I can forget by now. So let's clear out this vault. This Etten is also pretty scary. Man, so many dangerous enemies here. Oh, let's fireball him. And sticky flame him. Tengu Reaver. Wow. Okay, that was a brutal bolt of acid. Okay, we're gonna head out of here. And I have to get closer to the next upstairs. This Tengu Reaver did so much damage with only 1 bolt of acid to me. Ouch. Okay, let's try a different downstairs. I'm really considering swapping this, skipping this floor for now. Because I'm not too fond of this situation with the Tengu Reaver. I feel like this is a bit early to take one of those down, so nah. We're gonna wait until we are stronger here. I mean, there's a good chance that I would be able to just kill this off. But there's also a good chance that I get 2-shot by the bolt attacks or any other spell he has. Tengu Reavers are really good at destructive magic, so gotta respect that. And usually you will face these guys down at the depths. And we're currently on D11. That's a few steps away from the depths. A lightning rod. Man, so many good evocables. Yeah, this is the point where I really want to level up some invocation skills. I have a few good ones on me, but no ID scrolls. That's sad. It's really sad that I don't have any more ID scrolls. I'm still pretty vulnerable. This Tengu really showed me how vulnerable I still am. It was really spooky to get 2-shot, to get so much damage from just 1 spell. But hey, that's why you gotta take vaults damn serious, especially as soon as you are on D10 plus. The best way to discern a vault from the distance is when the tile set around you is showing some regular patterns, some different vaults. I mean, if we look at this, these iron vaults were the first sign of this area being a vault, and the bigger the vault, the more dangerous it gets overall. And yeah, usually you won't run into too many vaults before you are in the lower levels of the dungeon. There are a few vaults in the upper levels of the dungeon, like around D4 or D3 you can find some crazy Null or Orc Fortress. There are some really cool things hanging around here, but always take them seriously. And more often than not, it's really worth waiting until you get stronger before you jump into situations like these. Alright, enough lecturing about walls. Another wand of acid. Yeah, that's cool. Makes me kind of happy that I already level up evocations here. Be careful with ugly things, they're quicker than you. It's kind of like not possible to outrun them. Yet still, running with Sticky Flame denies them few of their attacks, and it's safer than just fighting them heads on, in my opinion, that is. And look at that, D12 was really a breeze compared with D11 there. And I feel like I want to do Orcish Mines before I go for this crazy D11 vault. Recharging Scrolls, decent. I want to recharge this Scatter Shot. 2 charges. Seriously? Well, thanks for nothing. Let's recharge this Ice Blast 1 too. That's better. Even though I have Destructive Magic as my main source of damage, I really like to have some wands to rely on, because there are different elements and they are free damage from me, which is also pretty good. Again, centaurs I don't kite, I just sticky flame them and start meleeing them. That's why I'm really happy about this axe. It's a really good one, especially for spellcasters. Protection brandings are naturally not too good for melee characters because they don't increase your damage output, but for a spellcaster they're really decent because I get +7 AC whenever I land a hit with it, which is really good. So let's have a look-see. We're at 73% for Spellforge. This is really poor. But the Servitor will eventually do so much work for me. Wow. Another good scenario for making good use of the Fireball. Okay, let's step into this and Sticky Flame the last one. And we're donezo. Okay. Overall, this character was pretty lucky with all this ring I found, because Wizardry, Aralac, and Resist Fire were like the best early game assets I could find as a spellcaster, that is. Now I only gotta survive until I can use the Servitor. Huh. I don't like what's going on here. But Azrael still sleeping, which is good. The Fire Elementals I can't hurt with my fire spells, obviously. So what are we gonna do? I don't think meleeing will work, although better than expected. That's the power of a +9 weapon there. You don't need skill to win games with that. I mean win fights, not games. I don't feel comfortable about this. Let's get out of here. I feel like this is a good time to take a stroll into the Orcish Mines. Because my magic resistance is pretty decent. That's one very important asset to have for the Orcish Mines. Because the Orcish sorcerers down here can paralyze you, and without proper magic resistance this gets really ugly really quickly. But with 2 points of magic resistance I should be pretty safe. And maybe I will find something useful along the way. Tasty. Okay, there's Uruk. Let's have a look. Warwicks of Flaming. Okay. The most dangerous part about Uruk are always her ranged attacks, and if you can break the line of sight, you pretty much you make the fight pretty much easier along the way. This is a good scenario to toss a few of those acid ones I have, because I'm carrying around 3 of them. That's way more than I need, so we can use a few of those without hesitation here. Especially against uniques like that, it's always worth using a few of those resources, and overall I want to get rid of those. I mean, I don't need 3 wands of acid here. They're only taking inventory space. Alright, so what are we gonna do? Why not use a bit more of this acid wand? Burn down the fighter, kill the priest, and kill the wizard. Okay. This was certainly the best spot to continue. Sometimes dungeon can spawn some really scary situations. There's one sorcerer. It's 14% chance to paralyze me. That's still quite a lot, to be honest. So let's pump in those acid wands. I want to get rid of at least one here, because my inventory is already almost full. So no need to carry around too much stuff. And the wand got rid of some really dangerous enemy. Speaking of really dangerous enemies, alright, so why not use the next one? And a stone giant. Holy crap, this game really wants to kill me. Stone giants, well, they're really dangerous. At this point of the game at least. As are the Orcish Knights. So I want to run and take the knight upstairs. These guys are also very susceptible to sticky flame. So what are we going to do about this stone giant? I don't feel like I'm strong enough to take down a stone giant just like that. All he needs are a few lucky rocks and I'm history. So I don't carry around any source of resist corrosion, or do I? No. Oh, that's bad. No, I don't want to risk that. I don't want to risk getting blown up by this Tengu. Rather take a shot at Azrael with my resources here. This should be doable. I have a lightning rod, I have wand of acid, I have ice blast. Azrael, well, overall I don't have problems most of the time with him, but his complete fire immunity is some kind of a problem for me. Although I think Iron Shot would be able to tackle him down too. Oh, royal jelly, just what I needed, because I was near starving. Vampire mosquitoes. There we go. Also, some pretty evasive enemies, which can be killed by fireball and sticky flame pretty well. Sticky flame also has no hit check. So if the enemy is corporeal, which means if the enemy has a body to attach the sticky flame on, ghosts don't work, you can pretty much bring it on onto the enemy without the enemy having any chance to negate that. It's pretty useful against enemies like vampire mosquitoes or killer bees or stuff like that. Oh, a ring of protection from cold. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. And it'll replace this ring of ice. I don't like these rings too much because they always bring you some vulnerability along the way. And I don't like items bringing me vulnerabilities. Wyvern and some orcs. And yeah, this fireball does a lot of work here, as you can notice. Oh, another unique war axe. Yikes. This is pretty concerning. Okay. Makes me wonder if I want to pop this potion of invis. Sadly, I don't have any wand of clouds or lamp of fire or something like that. This would be an awesome situation for that. Well, at least pop in a curing, I'd say. Holy crap. Certainly a lot of guys. The problem is they get so many free hits on me. I don't feel like I'm able to kill them off in one go. Nah. Rather teleport now. Because I will get some beating here before I'm able to teleport out of this. Can't kill the Hellhound with my fire spells here. So this was quite a horde of centaurs. Don't see that too often. Alright, so this is the point where I want to have the invisibility. Centaurs can't see invisible, and yeah. With that low armor class, these guys are really dangerous. Ooh, there's Asriel. Alright, so I'm gonna Ice Blast him a bit. And hopefully chunk him down a little. The thing about him is he can hurl Damnation, which really hurts a lot. Okay. Do I have Might Potions on me? Yeah, alright. This is a good situation to use a Might Potion. As a spellcaster, you don't rely too much on Might Potions, but this was a good situation. So what's this? It's plus 12. Holy crap. The int -4 though. It's really bad. Okay. Wow. That's quite something. I don't see that too much. Certainly can drop the Ring of Protection from cold here, because this axe will cover up all my needs of elemental resistance to cold, that's for sure. I can recharge something here. Let's recharge this acid wand. Okay, that's D13. On to D14 we go. An unidentified wand. Scroll. So let's have a look. What kind of scrolls are still out there? It's acquirement, torment, vulnerability, summoning. A lot of good stuff. This was an acquirement scroll. I feel like I want to go for some armor. Another scarf. Okay. So what's that? Cloud immunity. If I ever have the feeling that I want to use this, I know where I can find it. So there's still this large shield out there, but no small shield. Sad. It's really sad. If I would find a normal shield, I would consider hardcore training into shields in this game. Because shields offer a lot of safety for every character. Especially spellcasters. I love spellcasters with shields. Although it's always some long time investment in terms of skill training. Too bad this plus 12 axe has int -4, because I really have a problem with everything that drains my int. Because as a human, my intelligence is not too impressive for starters, and I simply can't toss away so much intelligence. 2 Cyclops. Damn. That's some iron shot situation. I want to get rid of one of those real quick. And then kite around the corner. sticky flame him, and do the rest in melee. These guys are pretty dangerous if you let them toss a few rocks at you. But overall, they are not as dangerous as a stone giant. Okay, another one. Alright. A Hydra. Oh well, let's iron shot it down. Ah, so it's the entrance to the vaults. And again, Sif doing all the work here with giving me virtual mana points. Summoning's up to 6, so we're slowly getting there, and I feel like I want to drop spellcasting for a while. Yeah, let's drop that and focus into conjurations and summonings. I want to have this spell as quick as possible. What's that? Death's Door, Haunt, Dispel Undead. Oh, some good spells here, but not buying here for now, that is. Overall, I want to have a look. This book I want to keep. This book, oh well, I don't think I'm gonna use Shatter in this run. This book also not needed anymore, and this book, well, if I ever feel like I want to try to bring up Firestorm, I know where I can find this book. But overall, well, in 3 rune games you don't pick up level 9 spells if you're not some deep elf or some other crazy good some crazy well aptituded species. The point is, the investment for some level 9 spells actually pretty crazy. You gotta put up a lot of skill points for a spell you essentially don't need to finish the game with. You can finish off everything down at Zod with level 7 spells. Level 7 is all you need to go, and everything above that, well, you can do that, sure, but I feel like it's more risky, because if I invest all my resources into some level 9 spells, I don't have too many resources left for defensive attributes, and that's something I don't like too much. I feel like I'm already taking some serious risk here with the Spellforged Servitor, because right now I don't have much fighting, I don't have much dodging. I am at the point where I would normally prefer to level up one of those a bit more, and there is my shield. This guy has my shield. Perfect. Alright, so the next step for shields will require a skill rating of 15. That's quite a lot, so better start training. For now, I'm not gonna bother using this shield, because my spellcasting chances would be horrible with it. Floating eyes. Always be damn careful with floating eyes. These thingies have this paralysis gaze, and it's irresistible. That's the point here, but it requires multiple charges, but not line of fire. So basically this thing, as soon as it engages into fight, it will charge up some paralysis attack, which will fuck you up seriously if you're not killing off the eyeball quickly enough. So kill these things as quick as possible. They're one of the most dangerous things out here in the game. And I'm not over exaggerating here. These things are really, really dangerous. If they hide between strong enemies and paralyze you while you're surrounded by, let's say, only 3 of those Yaktars, that would be horrible enough. You can die out of that. Mainly because these things are completely ignoring your magic resistance. Yikes, this thing is punching me down. Wow, so much damage. Spellforge is getting slowly there. Uh, Spellforged Servitor is one summoning spell. Well, it creates an automaton which can basically cast all your destructive spells. That's how this works. This is very cool because this provides you a very powerful summon, which is basically capable of using all your destructive magic, and that's quite something. Don't take that as weak. Spellforged Servitor alone can carry me through Zod if I have the spells good enough for that. I'm gonna explain more of that later. Look at that. A Ring of Wizardry. We don't need that. Already have a ring with Wizardry on. Alright, so this D15 level is pretty interesting because normally you don't see Vault Guardians or Yaktors down here, but this is some special layout. This kind of layout, sometimes you see it on on Depths 5, and this is where it's more dangerous, but ooh, this is dangerous enough on its own. But each of these mini vaults contains some nice loot. Wow, holy crap and Christ, these Malia are kicking ass. I'm really beaten up here, so let's hide here. Every little vault here contains some good loot, but, well, at the cost of way more dangerous enemies down here than you usually meet. But I feel like this is something good. What's that? A Staff of Fire. Alright, this is very juicy. I really wonder if I want to use that. These staves empower your spellcasting if it's the right staff. Another Floating Eye. Let's get rid of that quickly. And there's a Tengu Conjurer. I want to Fireball him. Tengus have a decent evasion rating. That's why Fireball is a good spell for them. Usually Sticky Flame works pretty good too, but with a spellcaster I don't want to mess around. I want to hit him hard and hit him quick. Okay. This wolf spider hurt me a lot. Look at that. So it looks like every single room here has some kind of theme on it. And the theme of this room seems to be obnoxious skeletal warriors. Again, I'm making good use of the bolt spells here. And slowly leveling up my evocations here, which is also really good. There's another one of those. These are really easy to kill with Sticky Flame. But still, you're getting a lot of damage, as you can notice. Okay, there's a Rakshasa up there. I really dislike a Rakshasa a lot. So, a Ring of Resistance from Protection from Magic. I don't need another one of those, thank you. One is enough. A Frost Giant. Spooky. Spooky for sure. Let's bolt him. And recover. Hungry Ghost, I'm not too afraid of those anymore. Ooh, another ring, I don't know. That's cool. Not so cool. Not so cool at all. But that's okay. Ugh, another Floating Eye. I'm gonna break the line of sight with this thing, because it can only paralyze me as long as it sees me. So, gotta duck and cover here. Shoot it down. These floating eyes seem to be part of the level here, because those were really a lot of floating eyes for one level by now. And this flame giant, I want to put him down with some acid one. Okay, that one's empty. Gonna pick the one I have already identified. Okay, this is going south. This is way too much damage, because 30 plus Greatsword of Flaming, that's quite a lot of damage. That's why I needed to bring up some heal wound potion. Okay, so he's pretty beaten down, and one iron shot was all it needed. Was all that was needed here. All right, we got another scroll of ID. Gonna use this on the Ice Blast one. And I found a lamp of fire, which is really cool. Lamps of fire can be really devastating in the right circumstances, because they are like the same as the Conjure Flame spell, but only in the big, kind of like the big version of the Conjure Flame spell. And there goes the Necromancer. I feel like this area is really dangerous for me. There were a few situations that really felt pretty dangerous, but yeah, overall I can manage. And the fact of all this good loot around me here really makes me a bit greedy. But yeah, I feel like I can do it. Spellforge is slowly getting there. Shields too. Oh, there's an Ogre Mage. 15% chance of paralyzing me. That's way too much. And a bunch of ugly things. I want to get here. That's better. And pump it down with the iron shot. I recently finished a game on my other account with a fighter, and it's really some readjustment to play that carefully again. I feel like I want to always run into their faces and smack them down, but it's not a good idea to do so. Alright, we're in some trouble here. I'm out of mana here. One more spell I can do, and now we're out of spell casting here. Okay, I can do one more spell. Sticky flame that and kill it. I danced around here because I had this upstairs here available if anything bad happened. It's very, very important to always have an idea of escaping options as a spellcaster, because yeah, this one ugly thing really messed me up pretty hard here already, and yeah, gotta fall back here. So Rakshasa, I hate you guys. That's why I hate them. You can't tell which one is the real one until you kill the real one. Okay, this one is real. Maybe. Okay, but the clones they create can't follow upstairs, so I was attacking the wrong one the whole time. So as long as it's only the Rakshasa, nothing's too dangerous here at all. But as soon as they meet up with other enemies, things can get very explosive, because they can clone not only themselves, but they can also clone virtually any enemy they can see, and this is where stuff gets really spooky. You don't want to face 3 juggernauts or something like that, but you can, actually. Rakshasa can do. Take these guys damn seriously. They're like enhancers for already dangerous enemies. So on their own, they're pretty doable. But as soon as they meet up with other difficult enemies, you really gotta be on your toes. That's very, very important to know about Rakshasa. There is this floating eye. I'm gonna fireball it immediately to get rid of it. One downside of the fireball is it makes a lot of noise and attracts enemies pretty good, but well, it's worth, I'd say. Spellforge at 30. We're getting there. Move a gargoyle. Sticky flame it and get rid of it. And there goes some troll. Those are not concerning me anymore. My first slime creature. So I can't sticky flame guys which are standing in water, because the water will immediately drench the fire. And something that these are the little things I love about this game. Huh. Another lamp of fire. I don't need two of those. One is really enough. And there's some Cobalt Demonologist. I used my Iron Shot on him because these guys can get really, really dangerous if they summon the wrong kind of demon. And what's that? Look at this. Another funny wizardry ring. Okay, with two of those, I'm almost able to cast my Spellforged. But, well, the intelligence bonus on this thingy is really nice, but it has no resists. Nah, don't feel like using this. The blink is pretty nice, and I'm considering keeping it for now. If it's only for the blink, that is. It's already useful to have an evocable item with blink. But not too useful, to be honest. Blink items are, well, they're getting worse and worse the further the game goes ahead. Because it's still the level 2 uncontrolled blink spell, which means, well, the use of this spell is pretty limited. And I took down this Rakshasa without him cloning himself. I love it. A Storm Dragon. Damn. I don't like this. As you can notice, it's red. These guys are usually the stuff you face down in Zod. But, whatever. We're gonna acid him and miss him. And this situation, don't stand like that. He can double zap you. And their breath attack is already pretty strong, so more ice blast, acid blasts, and a few iron shots should do the trick here. Okay, we did it. I used a lot of my acid wand charges here, but better safe than sorry here. Another slime creature. And a Komodo. Alright. Summoning's up to 9. We're at 26%. Only a few skill levels left to acquire this wonderful spell. This will make my life so much easier. Wand of Polymorph. I don't need that. Again, Polymorph is a wand which is better in the early game. At this point of the game, stuff has so high resistance rolls that it's not really useful to have those. And in fact, I'm gonna get rid of these confusion wands, also of the flame wand. And this empty acid wand I don't need anymore too. So, a guardian serpent. Obnoxious little beasts that can summon a lot of stuff on top of you. Gotta turn off the auto pickup for those confusion ones. I don't need those. Weapon shop. Don't need anything of those. Boggarts, a lot of them. Again, Fireball is a wonderful spell against Boggarts. And in fact, I'm gonna blow up myself here in my face with this Fireball, just to get rid of these nasty little Boggarts. Usually one Fireball is enough to kill off the Boggarts, but I didn't want to delay this at all. So we're pretty surrounded here in a bad way. Whatever. We're gonna Berserk Rage into this and kill them all. That was a dumb move. In fact. So I'm slow now and pretty endangered here, so I'm gonna use the File of Floods to create a water elemental and hopefully get rid of this Ogre Mage. Alright, I was really concerned about this Ogre Mage. I should be concerned about the rest of this situation too. So what's really bad here is that I'm standing in front of a Basilisk, which can potentially petrify me, while there's still these Centaurs. I don't want to use my last potion, but I should have used it. Wow. So, what did we learn here? Never use Berserk potions on a spellcaster. Well, I got overconfident. What can I say? Damn. Was a stupid death of mine. Gotta admit that. One of the most stupid deaths I died recently. I should have drank that potion of heal wounds, I guess. Damn. Well, whatever. You can't win them all. I know what I did wrong there, but considering what the goal of this series was, I achieved the goal. I wanted to do a tutorial for the early game of a spellcaster, and that was something I achieved. After that, well, my own fault here, dying. Every death a lesson. I will refrain of using Berserk potions in the future in situations like these. And you should do that too. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this run. I did it for sure. Feels a bit bad to die like that, but well, I wasn't streaking, so I'm not too sad here about this death. But yeah, hope you guys are gonna tune in again when I'm gonna do the next series, or feel free to leave an idea what I should play next, some combos you would like to see, and feel free to leave some comment. I always love to hear some feedback, and yeah, until then, enjoy your time, and I hope you're gonna tune in again. Bye bye, guys.